I've spent a lot more time than I would like to admit looking at rugs on the internets. And sometimes you just can't find what you want or what you need. I recently did a room makeover, and one of the things I really wanted for this space was a rug to protect the wood flooring. This room has the original hardwood floors, and being that I'm a little bit of a messy gal, I thought it would be wise to have a way to protect the floor for when I'm painting. So I got to thinking, maybe to protect the floors when I'm painting, I'll just use a drop cloth. And then I was like, I could paint the drop cloth. I could create a rug pattern on the drop cloth, and when I'm not using it, I could fold it up and tuck it away. But then I got an even better idea, I think. What if I made the most beautiful drop cloth rug that could also be hung on the wall when not in use and just be like a beautiful piece of art, like a wall tapestry? And that's when it all just came together for me. I'm going to make a custom painted drop cloth rug / wall tapestry. And it's going to be awesome. Hopefully. This microphone looks so ridiculous. I know. So before I jump into the design of the rug, I want to figure out what the dimensions should be so that when I go to create the design, create the pattern, I'll probably be using Photoshop, but I could also use graph paper. I want to design everything to scale, which just means to the dimensions of the rug. So this corner of the room is going to be like my painting zone. This is where the easel will live. And this is most likely where I'll need some kind of drop cloth underneath me so that I can catch any paint drips. And since I know that I want to hang this rug on the wall as a wall tapestry, I also need to make sure that it's gonna fit wherever I decide to hang it. Since this is gonna be an area of the room where I plan on filming, eventually I'll have some kind of rolling cart here. Well, I'll be able to like do demonstrations for the camera. And I think it'd be really cool to have something on this wall as like a backdrop. And this is also just like kind of the perfect little spot to have a moment, a feature. So I just need to make sure that whatever the final dimensions of the rug are, that it fits nicely in this wall, on this wall. So I'm gonna start by measuring the wall. Since I know it has to fit here, might as well just start with this reference. So it's a little over, to the trim, it's a little over 4 feet wide and about 8 feet. So 4 feet by 8 feet. I'm just gonna see what that would roughly look like on the floor. Because, you know, I want it to look good on the floor too. So I would probably have the rug like boop, boop in this corner, this way. So 4 feet comes out to about there. Let me get my, okay, 4 feet. Oh, well, I'll just put that there. Let's look at what 8 feet looks like. Woo, all the way over here. It's a little strong. I don't think I need the rug to be 8 feet long. You know, let's see where 6 feet hits. And that I think would also work well dimensionally on the wall. Right about here. I don't want it to be too long. Boop, boop. That would get me a nice little spot. I can pull my easel out. I'm gonna have a little like rolling cart right there with my paintbrushes and paint and stuff. That would give me a little working room over here. Yeah, I think 4 by 6 is gonna work really well. And then in terms of like hanging this thing, I think using grommets could be really smart and really effective. I'm pretty sure I have a grommet set, like a grommet making kit that I bought from, I don't know, Home Depot. So I could do grommets in the corners, hang it, ideally, we'll see. So I'm gonna get to cutting down and sewing a drop cloth canvas that I already purchased. Let me just show you. Ugh. The most important supply. Huge fan, not sponsored yet. It's so good. So I purchased this, I wanna say it's 9 by 12 feet. I've had it for a while, so I don't quite remember. But I bought this very large plastic backed canvas drop cloth from Amazon. So you can buy canvas drop cloths with or without this plastic backing. My thinking with getting something with the plastic backing is that it's just gonna give me a little extra protection for the floor. Ideally, I wouldn't want the plastic backing on a canvas that I'm gonna paint. I'm just worried it might feel like too plasticky. We'll see. We'll find out together. But I basically need to pull this out and cut it down to the rough dimensions of the rug, so 4 foot by 6 foot. I'll probably give myself a few inches more than 4 foot by 6 foot as my seam allowance, which just means I'm gonna give myself a few extra inches of fabric that I can fold and create and sew a seam around all of the edges of the rug. So let's see what we're working with here. More. Oh my God, it's heavy. Oh geez, I'm worried. Hopefully this is the butyl drop cloth. Oh man, is this the wrong kind? I don't know if this is canvas, actually. Let's see. This is not looking like the right kind. Does it say canvas anywhere? I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be canvas. Let's see. Let me open it up and just check. This is plastic. This is not canvas. Dang it. Darn it. Okay. Nope, this is not what I need. This is not what I want or need. This is very plastic. Dang it. That means I have to drive to the home improvement store. I was really hoping to get this done today. Darn. Well, it's a beautiful day out and I guess I could just take a quick ride. You know, you win some and you lose some. Plastic. Should have known. Okay, well, this is going back to Amazon. Okay, I ran up to Lowe's and I'm gonna see what they've got in terms of drop cloths. And I'm also gonna look for that grommet kit that I was telling you about because I couldn't find mine. I thought I had one. I don't. Let me just say, I am alone, which if you've ever had little kids, if you have little kids, you know what a treat it is to get out of the house without your little kids, just alone. Just a simple little errand makes me so happy. The whole way here, I was like a dog when they're riding in a car with the window down and they're just like in the wind, the face, the hair. That's how I feel right now. And it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's kind of warm. I'm in my happy place right now. So hopefully they have what I need so I can just like keep rolling with this project. We'll see. Okay, I'm back. I picked up this 6 foot by 9 foot canvas drop cloth. This I think will be perfect because one side is already cut and hemmed to our rug dimensions, so the 6 foot side. So really I just need to measure out 4 feet, leave a little seam allowance, cut that off, which means I'll only have to hem one side of the canvas, which is really cool. So my plan is to iron out these wrinkles and then I'm gonna pin my hemline and then sew it up. Okay, here we go. Well, it is time to prime this bad boy. I am just going to use a primer that I have on hand. It is Zinsser Bullseye 123 primer for all surfaces. I have never used this on fabric, only on drywall and plaster, whatever this is. So not sure how it's going to dry, if it's going to be like hard, if it's going to be pliable. We'll see, but it's what I have and it's gonna have to work because I'm not leaving this house today. It's cold outside and I'm willing to give it a shot. I think I'm ready. Should probably put my hair back. Here we go. A quick PSA. Well, it's more of a request. A PSR. I have a public service request. My beloved subscribers, I would love to do an episode where I help you design a space in your home. I love watching this kind of content on YouTube and I've been really inspired to do one of my own. So if you have a space in your home that you would like some design direction for, space planning, furniture selections, that kind of thing, I would love to do an episode where I show my subscribers rooms and show what I would do as a designer in that space. So if you're comfortable seeing your space on national television, just kidding. It's YouTube. Shoot me an email. My email is in the description box below. Send me an email with photographs of your space. Send me some information like how you use the space, the issues you have with the space, if there are any, what colors you love, if you have any ideas of your own. If not, that's okay. Send me an email, and in the next month or two, I'm going to be putting together an episode where I make over your rooms. So, PSR. All right. I'm at a point where I am ready to start working on the rug design. This is just, the most enjoyable part of the whole process. Crawling on the hands and knees, priming the canvas, not so much fun. I've designed several custom rugs as an interior designer. It is a dream to one day have my own line of rug designs. But for now, I'm just gonna be painting them myself on cheap drop cloth canvas for now. But the way I like to start is to nail down my palette first, and then I can go in and come up with a pattern and use the colors from the palette afterwards. I have landed on a palette that I'm pretty happy with. I wanted to choose colors that, number one, that I really like, and number two, that pair well with the existing colors in the space. And this is what I've come up with. Some of these colors are paints that I already have on hand. Some of them I found the other day when I was buying my canvas. I found them on the shelf where they put all of the paint that they didn't mix right. And then after I finalized my palette, I jumped into the design of the pattern, which is my favorite part. I like the palette too, but pattern development is one of my guilty pleasures. Why would I feel guilty about that? Something weird happened in the past few months. I have had this incredible creative surge. I just had all these ideas for patterns and color. So every day I was just creating a new pattern in my sketchbook. So I've got a pretty big collection of patterns that I could borrow from. And that was kind of my jumping off point. I really liked this pattern. I thought it was nice and simple. I don't want this rug design to be too intricate because I don't want to give up halfway. Probably going to be crawling on my hands and knees to paint this thing. So I just wanted it to be doable and not too detailed. So I loved this pattern, and I basically just took a photograph of it with my phone, uploaded it to my computer, and started playing around with it in Photoshop, changing colors, adding bands, borders. And one thing that I've been doing with these patterns in the sketchbook is creating a hand-drawn grid to base my pattern off of. And I really love the way that it makes what could be a really stiff and static pattern, really makes it feel more organic. So that's my plan with the rug design as well. I'm going to get my base color down on the rug, which is going to be this Adobe White. Benjamin Moore. I'm going to lay that color down first, and then I'm going to go on top and hand draw somehow, maybe with a charcoal pencil or a contractor, no, what is this called? Carpenter's pencil. So I'm going to hand draw a grid on the rug and then just start building up my color and my pattern on top of that. So this is where I've landed with the pattern. So the next step is to get to painting. I finished mapping out the grid last night after my girls went to bed, and I'm really happy with being done with it. It wasn't the most fun thing to do, hunching over a canvas that's on the floor and drawing straight lines. But I'm done, and now it's time to start painting, which this is the best part. This is the most fun. Okay, I've got the first coat of paint down, the blue border. My first thoughts are, number one, hate this brush. It's not a brush. It's a foam block. And while it does give me nice crisp edges, I do like that. I can kind of stipple the edge and get a nice clean line. You don't get the satisfaction of a long brush stroke, which to me is the best part of painting. So probably gonna switch to a synthetic bristle brush. Second thought, love this color. I do. And third thought is I'm a little worried because the pink Sharpie grid is showing through the blue paint, which means I'm gonna have to do a second coat or do thicker coats, or I'm just gonna have to live with it, which is probably what's gonna happen because I really don't want to do 2 coats for this whole pattern. So we'll see, TBD. Okay, I am done with the pattern. I'm using air quotes because I'm realizing that I probably want to add a few more layers of color, like additional colors. I'm feeling like I'm loving this pattern. I think it's so fun, so cute, but I do feel like it's a little too matchy-matchy with the rest of the colors in the room. And I knew that would happen because I'm actually using 2 of the colors from that area over there. So I'll probably take a photograph of the rug as it is and play around with some additional colors in Photoshop. But for now, I wanted to go ahead and add my grommets. I'm gonna do a grommet in each corner. I'm gonna get it up on the wall, see how I feel about it in the space, but I'm gonna get it up on the wall first and make my final decision. So that's my plan. Okay, got the grommets in, and I think they look pretty good. Pretty good. So now I will be, I love that I can just like stand all over this thing, kick it around. It's not so precious. Loving that. So now my plan is to get some nails on the wall. I'll probably actually do thumbtacks where the grommet holes are. My daughter is napping on the other side of this wall, so I don't want to be like hammering. So I think thumbtacks, I can just like use my brute strength. That way I don't have to bang on the walls. Okay, something just fell in there. Probably something I hung up with a tack. I do think the tacks will be strong enough to bear the weight of the canvas temporarily, just because I want to get the place. I want to see it up on the wall. I don't want to wait any longer. So that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to do this end. So I'm just measuring from grommet to grommet. I'm going to eyeball everything because that's the way I roll. 43 3/8. Just a nice round number. All right, I have to hang. Maybe I should do it lower so that I can actually reach. Yeah, if I do it a little lower, I'll be able to reach. Let's do that. Don't look at my butt, okay? I know you want to. Please don't. Serious mom butt right now. 40. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can hang this up without using the ladder. I hear the baby. Please just look cool. Okay, spacing, little off, but I love it, I think. Oh my God. Baby's crying, so I have to go, but I kind of love this. The good thing about having it up on the wall now is I can hold my additional color swatches up and sort of like visualize it a little more easily. It's just hard to like visualize something on the floor, but wall. So I'll probably tape these up here and decide if I want to add more paint, more color to this thing. She's so pissed. Pissed. Do we love it? I love it. I do. I really do. As you can see, I decided to add additional paint colors, and I'm really happy I did because I feel like it just gives it a little more personality and visual interest and depth. Overall, I'm really pleased with the color palette, with the sort of like organic look of that hand-drawn grid. And yeah, I just can't wait to make more of these. I plan to make more of these. I'm actually participating in a local art festival in a few weeks, and I'm gonna try to crank out a few more of these bad boys, probably a little smaller in scale. Do I think this is a practical rug for living spaces? No, probably not. Maybe with a rug pad under it, like a thick rug pad, it might, I don't know, lay flat. The issue I was having when I was painting this thing was that there's a lot of wrinkles in it, and I think it's just the nature of the drop cloth, like the way it was sewn by the factory. It's not like a perfectly flat rectangle, so I think that's it, right? Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. I think it's fun, it's playful, and kind of beautiful. I think my next video might be a vlog. I will be very busy for the next 3 weeks getting ready for this art show, and I might as well just like bring you along with me in the process. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider. That would be cool. Like this video if you liked it, and if you didn't, then just go find another video. I don't know. Honey boo boo, live your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.